Okay, so I'm feeling some slight disappointment because I got stuff that's coming up that I'm paying, and it's literally getting my bank account down to a place where I don't want it to be on the low end. So, that's bothersome. But got disappointed, felt disappointed because I seen somebody refer to something about some tribe that yesterday or day before, whatever. It was like, oh gosh, here we go. I remember somebody referring to somebody else like that back in the day on Facebook, and that person, those people are no longer together. They had a child or two together, and then after that, the girl was not, she was no longer with the dude anymore, who referred to her as her tribe. So I'm just like, I just feel like it's something fake about it. It just, you want to sound good or whatever. I'm not saying that it's not something authentic about a tribe and this, that, and the third, or identifying with where you came from or where you originate or try to establish or start up. But I don't know. It was just something so fake about it because she's no longer with him, and that's what he considered her or referenced her as or whatever. So I don't know. I don't get it. I don't understand. I'm still trying to understand. Um, if we had anything to do with tribes and things like that, guess what? Ain't nobody claiming your girl as part of their tribe. That was so funny to me. Um, Even though I have the kids to show forth that I not that I'm using them to show forth, but I have the kids to show that somebody was at least once or twice around in this vicinity or whatever. But I don't know. I don't want to go off into the deep end. Um, but I'm just thinking about it, and I just feel disappointed because I just had to tap into my money that I didn't want to. Like I literally can honestly sit on some money for such a long time, and it don't, it might not be tallying up better, but it might be drawn on a little slight interest maybe, but it's just something that'll last us. And this is the fifth month of the year, and I'm just like, we still got the rest of the month, not the rest of the month, the rest of the year to go. Never know what we might need or anything like that. um I already can think off top something that I do need. I need some gas and stuff for my lawnmower. Other option is to buy uh um a electric lawnmower. I don't know how well those work or how long they last or whatever, but that's the only other option besides trying to go fill up my little gas thing or whatever. Which I'm kind of tired of the gas because of the smell and the leaking and stuff, but the lawnmower works well, so that's what I be on. It's definitely time to cut my grass. I felt like I wanted to get up and do it this morning, but I didn't. So let's aim for that tomorrow morning because yeah, I've been saying it about for a while now, for a couple of days now. I got some leftover food in there from last night, which it was not amazing. So I'm not pressed about eating it, but I do want it. I got other stuff I need to do. I need to go ahead and get some stuff done in the house. So when this stuff that's supposed to be arriving in the next few days for outside the house, I can be ready and prepared for that. Um, I'm getting some solar powered things or some solar things so I can try to not so I can try to make the pool warm. I want to have a warm pool this this year, not freezing. You know what I'm saying? Not ice cold or whatever. Um, Even though I know it's gonna get hot, but today is kind of chilly. Um, yeah, but I just feel like I'm just kind of all over the place. I feel like I'm still definitely feeling like I'm blaming the boys' so-called dad for like not sticking by me in the way that I wanted him to. Initially, and for a while, for almost a decade, for 10 years or whatever. But I know at some point, I probably have to just completely let that go. I don't have no hope that I don't have to. I'm just trying to get that all out of my system. Like Lord, when is it? When am I going to even not think about this anymore. Maybe it's a consequence that you're gonna have to think about it forever because, this is what you did. And again, I always thought it was done disorderly. I didn't think it wasn't supposed to be done at all, but always disorderly. Now, my daughter's so-called dad, I've gotten to the point where it's like, okay, no, I did that wrong. I shouldn't have done that at all. I shouldn't have allowed that, and I shouldn't have engaged in that at all. Not, especially not in that way. Do I feel like I should have been his friend? Yeah, I do. I really do. But as far as having a child with him, hell no. Because I just wouldn't. I'm gonna just tell you, I would never choose. I would definitely choose to be able to amicably raise our child together, and what I'm saying, or separately, but still being able to kind of like I seen my so-called mom and dad do separate households, but never really together, but can link up if needed to or whatever. But now I don't even want that with him. Like I don't want to be around him. I only want to be around my daughter. And I don't want her to be feeling like she had to choose this, that, and the third, which to me, she's chosen what she's wanted to do, seemingly. But then the boys is just like, it's so crazy because most of the time, and most all of the time, I don't want to be around him. But he would still have been the one that I'm like, if I had to choose between the two, that he would have been the one. But at this point, I'm not trying to choose none of them. Neither one of them. Then I seen something yesterday where where they was talking about they did that little thing on YouTube. Maybe it's not YouTube, on Instagram, and maybe it's a TikTok sound or something. But it was like telling about going back to your baby daddy, and it was like, who the f is we? Because the girl, you ain't talking about me. Something that was done to some little beat. And some girl was like, "Oh no, I gladly go back to my baby daddy. We good. We grown. Kids grown. No new soul ties." And that right there makes perfect sense. I did at one point in time, I would have shown up quickly agreed with. I damn sure would, girl. And even almost slightly, I still would. But it's just a part of me that's like, "Oh hell no, these niggas dangerous." And I'm just keep it real. They've been dangerous. Like they've been dangerous in mindset. They've been dangerous in actions. They've been dangerous verbally, just aggressive and overly aggressive. And one thing about me, I know that the Bible talks about, how the husband would have a desire to dominate, have dominion over his wife or dominate his wife, and certain, and we don't know the details because that was once sin entered the world because evidently, she, I don't want to say allegedly, but she partook of the fruit and of the forbidden tree and all that, whatever. And then he was right there with her. Genesis 3:6 tells you that he was right there with her. And a lot of people don't even, they just try to skim past that, like, and at first I thought he was off somewhere else. No, he was right there with her, and then he partook as well, and God gave the instruction to him first. So why you didn't know better, but why we expected to know better than you? You not doing it. You can't control your wife or make her, but what you can do is still, you had that opportunity. That's the time to dominate. But now it's like, no, these niggas want to try to dominate and be dominant. At this point, it's like, no, that's not gonna work. Anyway, not trying to go too deep off that, just saying these niggas been aggressive. I don't want a so-called nigga for my, you know what I'm saying, for my choice of man anyway. I prefer a man. But it's so many niggas running around like roaches. Roaches, flies, you know what I'm saying? They just have definitely been multiplied. And on some days, I feel like I can call myself a little niggerish or whatever, and definitely have some ignorant stuff about me. But I just do not proclaim. I'm not self-proclaimed nigga. Definitely not nigger, but not nigga. None of that. Like I'm not your nigga. I told my daughter's so-called dad, I'm not your nigga. He just kept saying my nigga, and then I'm like, I'm not your nigga. For one, if we was talking about as far as a male, anyway, I'm not a male. I'm a female, and then I'm not your nigga. I'm not nobody owns me. Nobody is, you know what I'm saying? I'm not your slave. I'm not, and then you don't refer to me like that. So, no, to clear that up or whatever. But my tree has sprouted up. I'm so excited. I love it. It doesn't take long. once it starts to sprout, it's in good shape. Oh, it's definitely a hater blocker and stuff like that. So I don't want to sit out there in my front yard, because usually I do. I go out there in the during this time, and I sit out there under the tree or whatever. But yeah, don't pay no mind to that grass that need to be cut. Um, I don't know, it was just some kind of bug that was crawling on the wall. It was too small for me to make out what it was, but I know it wasn't what I felt like it was for a minute. But But yeah, I wanted to just talk about my disappointment today, for real. Disappointed a little bit that, I don't have no man to come help the boys go out here and cut the yard like right now. Like, it shouldn't be that I gotta wait till a certain specific day or time or whatever, but go cut the yard right now. You know what I'm saying? Or help them get it started, whatever. Man coming home on his lunch break and doing this. And I just really feel like I have definitely lost hope for even attaining that, and that I'm just pretty much stuck with just, I gotta raise my kids. I mean, and I'm thankful for that. Raise my kids. Thank God that it is male. Even not that I definitely miss and love and want my daughter here, but thank God that this right here is just, it's my male children. So, there's testosterone in here, there's estrogen in here, you know what I'm saying? Kind of, they really, for it to be two of them, they like really balance out all of my, what is it, estrogen? Yeah, progesterone, something like that. I don't know, honey. I need to go uh, get it back together as far as the terms, but yeah. Just that's how I feel. I do be hoping, like, Lord, please don't let that be the end all be all. I'm 35 years old. Of course, they would say what Kevin Samuels was saying. I got I got three children by two different fathers. They would say that that's it. And my own so-called boys' dad told me. Meanwhile, while he was out here doing the damage, but he told me, which when a girl got more than one father of a child, they damage goods and this and the third. And I don't feel like that, but not right now anyway. But I almost feel like, damn, he was right. But how did he get to go out here and continue just making kids? Oh, speaking of that, I had another like part of a dream with, I don't know if it was him. It's really almost got to be him, because I wasn't with anybody else during that 10 year, that decade. Um and so, and it kind of looked like him, reminded me of him or whatever. But in a dream, we was doing what we would do, what I would really literally do with him, and I just wanted to be like, oh gosh, I kind of don't even want to go into details or whatever, but I wanted his DNA, and I just wanted it all over me, and some of it seemed like it had like, okay, his spunk, should I say, and it seemed like it had like a gummy substance to it. I wasn't eating it or anything, but I'm just saying, if I had to describe it, it's like a gummy substance to it. It was liquid, came out as the liquid, whatever fluid, and then it was gummy ish. It was white or whatever, and I was just like, I don't know. I don't know, I don't get it. I do not want no damn parts of this so called man or whatever, male. But that's what that was showing, that I wanted to um wanted to have his DNA all over me. And again, I hate to say it, because I know some perverts out here, stuff like that. Some people take that and run with it or whatever, but it is what it is. I was with that man for, like I said, a decade almost, and basically, and so it's not disgusting, or um, it's not even unhealthy or nothing to me. Now, the relationship overall or whatever was definitely toxic. Just pretty much, I can't really say it's still, I can't call it disgusting, but it was toxic, and hazardous and stuff like that. So it's so hard when you can't really see it like that, but you just know that's what's going on. Like what? This is what's really going on. It's so hard to put your finger on it or whatever. But anyway, so don't really want that, but not don't really want that. Don't want that. um, I'm just disappointed. I'm disappointed that he didn't do what I needed him to do. I don't want to say didn't do what I said. And then I seen a video about the from the girl who I don't want to call her a girl, but the female who linked up with Carrie Ann Franklin, and she was just talking about how she had to leave that alone as quick as she picked, picked it up and tried to help him. She had to quickly leave it alone because he was in the background. He called her and stuff, and he was in the background having his so-called see, this is how niggas will try to drain your energy, but having his so-called grandma or whoever calling her all types of names and stuff in the background. I'm like, oh Lord, which I'm sure the grandma seen that he linked up with her and probably just didn't like what she was saying. But that's what I'm talking about. People be having toxic ass grandparents, and specifically these females, bitter ass or whatever the case may be. Ooh. Hello, Moto. I don't know why my phone is ringing. I turned the ringer off. But anyway, we having these toxic grandparents and stuff like that, and then of course the parents definitely ain't no better. And now she was just talking about because people been asking her to follow up and what she thinks about him being locked up. And she was like, I'm just basically leaving him where he at. And she's explained how she thinks other people are exploiting him and stuff like that. But it's like he want to do that. And honestly, it's so funny because I had a dream about him. Well, with him in it, I need to be careful saying it, but with him in it or some type of spiritual type thing. And I was following him and I stopped following him. In which to me, it was already a red flag or a couple red flags from me following him. But kind of like that trauma bond type thing where he been through certain stuff regarding his so-called parents, and I've been through that. So I was listening. I was trying to hear what he's saying, wanting to encourage him, but also trying to be encouraged by him. And I see things that I was like, oh no, I don't engage in that. So I don't know how. And at that point in time, I didn't exit off his page, but I didn't know how long I was gonna last with that because I'm not on that. What you want, bro? Not on that right there. But that was, to me, she had a very valid point. Like, I'm not gonna let him sit there and gaslight me or, manipulate me or use me as their punching bag or whatever because she's basically went no contact and left alone. And I don't blame her. So you do have this habit of wanting to help other people that are going through something similar, which you know all about. But honey, it probably don't pay if you barely escaped it and could get out. You probably don't want to. You want to, if you do help them, you help them from a distance. Because she said he had came across her videos and stuff like that, and he could relate. And let his ass just continue to relate right where he at, and decide whether he wants to come up or stay down. So I understand it or whatever, but and yeah, that's the thing. When you try to link up with one person, all these females, especially females, they will try to attach to you through him or try to make him bring you down or something like that. And it's like, oh hell no, the devil is a lie. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Send that bullshit right back so they can sort through their matters and stuff like that. And also, I'm going to keep myself over here. If you want to deal, you know what I'm saying, you want to engage with me, interact with me over here, then cool. But she said he was calling her one day when that stuff happened, and she heard the grandma in the background just going off on her and stuff like that. Oh, no. I know you ain't. And for you to be in there and just letting her do that, instead of going into another room, that means you're making it known that you're on the phone with somebody that you think you can get some help from, but you think that they gonna let them. You think that they gonna let them talk to them like that and stuff? Oh no, or abuse them? Hell no. So anyway, that's what's going on this good little breezy day. Same location. I wanted to say same different day, same Ain't but I think it's something new in every day. Even if I don't necessarily see it or see it immediately, it's still something new. It's some type of small amount of recovery, or sometimes it's big, it's major. What else? There's some stuff going on. God is still good. God's still on the throne. Leave him there. I mean, I can't take him from there. I'm just saying, I'm throwing in my heart and things like that. Don't try to overthrow him, and just keep pushing. Trees out there look so good. Somebody said that they would be, if before sin entered the world, like it would be a more defined type of green or color or whatever. And I believe it. Right now it's like kind of dull, but even in that, it's still beautiful to me just to see the different colors, just the greenery growing up, and especially in my backyard. Oh my gosh, it's really like if they wouldn't have cut that tree down that was back there, it was so beautiful. It was like it was literally like I was in a wooded area, but I'm right here next to the street, and it's just. Ugh. But anyway, I need to get on my stuff that I need to do for real before this outside stuff comes. So I'm getting stuff like sand and stuff like that that I need to um, disperse outside in a way. I don't want to be wasting my money because some of the sand really did wash away when the rain came or whatever. But like, I'm gonna just put some more down just to see, and then I got just another bag just in case my sandbags to hold the gazebo down me. So I'm thinking I'm gonna take the gazebo down this at some point in time, probably like from maybe like November till like maybe February or so. Take it down, give my backyard a chance to air out, and then I'll put it back up at another time or whatever. Like I want one that I can just leave up, and this one has been staying up now. That I put the sandbags and this trampoline, like it's the things that hold the trampoline down instead of just a gazebo. What is it? What is it? Can't even think. But anyway, it's the thing that holds the trampolines down, but I put it on my gazebo, and it's really been keeping my gazebo in place from when some of these slight strong winds been coming. Like when that one time when the winds got up to like 40 something miles per hour and stuff like that, it still my gazebo literally just still stayed up. And I'm like, wow, that's amazing. So I was just learning better ways to keep it up and stuff like that. But I'm gonna eventually try to take it down going into fall or something like that. So even though that's the time that I really do want to use my spa and stuff. But I don't know. I'll figure it out. But let me get on about my day. Still have not came on my cycle. Let me see the last time I came on my cycle. I think it was in February or March. I was on there. And I don't know what's going on with that. I'm not worried, but I am a little concerned. February is when I got it listed on here on one. What is going on? So again, March, I don't see nothing. April, no, I have not been even having sex, so don't get it twisted. Let me check another. Yeah, last time I got it documented was February, close to the end of February. March I didn't come. April I didn't come. And you can say it's from stress, and I'm probably got some bit of stress and don't even realize stress and don't even realize it. Definitely regarding my daughter, like that right there always concerns me, and that's when I last heard from my daughter. Anyways, in February, and then now it's like what? And then I just want to still be able to have kids. Like 35 is just for me personally. I don't want to be done having children. I'm not ready to have none right now, but maybe maybe next year, maybe not sooner. I want to continue out this year without even being pregnant, and I'm not even saying I'm going to get pregnant by somebody. I'm just saying maybe next year, good and pregnant, and but of course you want to be good and married. I don't just want to have kids without no husband and stuff like that. And which reminds me, I seen that on Hollywood Divas when Elise Neal was like, "Oh, I want to be married. I was raised to be traditionalist and third." And Golden got so just oh gosh, I was like, oh wow, man, I just can't see myself getting so damn offended by something that really it wasn't directed at me. It didn't have nothing little to nothing to do with me, and whatever. But yeah, I would like the husband. I would like the God fearing man, but like I said, you know, shoot. Sometimes I'm just peaceful with just raising my kid. Oftentimes I'm peaceful raising my kids, without the father, the so-called father present and stuff like that, because I do got the heavenly father present. So, but that don't mean that I feel like and believe that that's the way it was intended on or designed. Because no, I feel like it would be so much better if they had, that interaction with the father figure, but somebody who loved them and really have the best intention and stuff, and not just acting and putting on just because they want to be close to the mom or whatever, or because they want something. But I know one thing, my next relationship, I want it to be so discreet. I want somebody that do not mind being so private with me, like whatever I need for them to do that's going to benefit and help us to be successful and stuff like that. That's what I need. Like somebody that's really fully for me on my team. Squad up. Yeah, and I don't want to be concerned about like where my camera is pointing and stuff. Like I don't want to be concerned about nobody across the street or over diagonal or the so-called next door. I just want to live, honey. I want y'all to go on. Y'all should be wanting to live too, and like literally mind your business and stuff. But a lot of people don't know how. Anywho, let me get off here, upload this, and get some stuff done.